Welcome back to the Terry and Jesse Show. I want to make an announcement about Fulton Sheen. This is 43 years ago today. Yeah, full Sheen ahead. 43 years ago, Bishop Sheen passed away. And as you know, folks, you've been listening to Terry and Jesse for years. We love Fulton Sheen. The content of his stuff is stellar. And if you remember, his beatification was set a couple years ago, and then like 10 days before it was going to happen, someone in the Vatican said, hey, wait a minute. We don't know what would happen if we find out that Fulton Sheen moved a predatory priest. That would blow it for us. We don't want to, be embarrassed by that. So I don't think we should beatify Fulton Sheen because, we haven't done all of our due diligence. Which they did. The diocese opened up every section, every report in the Rockford and his diocese in New York. But I bring this up because of what has happened about John Paul II the Great in his canonization, and now they're finding out that the Diocese of Krakow didn't open up the files, and that St. John Paul II actually sent priests that had sexual problems to other parishes. So the very thing that they didn't want to have Fulton Sheen beatified happened to St. John Paul II. So here's my question, Jesse. I'm sorry. You can calm me down later. My question is, what's holding up the beatification of Fulton Sheen now that, John Paul II is beatified and canonized, had that problem? Bishop Sheen didn't have that problem. I'll tell you what it is, Jesse. The modernists in the church do not want Bishop Sheen beatified and canonized because his material is the antidote to expose modernism in the Catholic Church. And it's why they're not wanting any thing to have happen that's going to be beneficial to Fulton Sheen being beatified and canonized, because again, the material of Fulton Sheen, it goes right against all the teachings that these modernists have in the Catholic Church today. That's what I think, Jesse. I'm done.
Terry, because these modernists are communist.
Yeah.
And we know that because Bella Dodd told us about the infiltration.
Well, there you go.
And these modernists, we also know Fulton Sheen wrote more about communism than any other bishop. He wrote against it. And he was a constant pebble in their shoe. Yep. And this is why they don't want to canonize him, because we have a lot of socialists / communists in our church right now that have been brought in here through Bella Dodd's plan.
And just one more quick note. You both of us will read Imitation of Christ, Thomas à Kempis. You know what stopped his beatification and canonization, Jesse?
What was that?
They said that when they dug him up, it looked like he was trying to crawl and scratching at the coffin because they buried him alive. He woke up, and the fact that he didn't just sit there and die peacefully, that he tried to get out, was a reason for the Vatican to say that we can't beatify. I thought that was like, really? So what I'm trying to say, Jesse, is, again, I'm getting back to Fulton Sheen. Please, let's all pray. I'll tell you what I did to Jesse, and I pray this. I drove, 12 hours from Nevada back home in cold weather. I didn't put the heater on. I froze my tail off. But I offered that up for the Holy Father to confirm us in our faith. And I also, in addition, I added that Bishop Sheen would be beatified. So let's all make little sacrifices. Little things add up to big things, because the church is in need of Fulton Sheen's material. All right, I said enough, Jeff.
Gosh, you ain't kidding.